Chosen one, listen closely. This isn't just another video you stumbled upon. This is a divine appointment. Heaven has scheduled this moment in your life because something is shifting in the spirit. And this word is your confirmation. God says, your life is about to reflect divine favor. What has been hidden is about to be seen. What has been held back is about to break through. And what has been prophesied over you is about to manifest in ways that will leave even your enemies speechless. You've been waiting, pressing, praying. You've been walking through a wilderness season, wondering when the breakthrough would come. You've watched others rise while you stayed in the shadows. But chosen one, the delay was not denial. It was divine preparation. Because now is your appointed time. The heavens are opening. The oil is being poured. The Lord is about to make an open display of His favor upon your life. This is not just about blessings. This is about evidence. God is about to clothe you in something that no one will be able to deny. This is prophetic. This is personal, and this is your time. You were never meant to blend in. You were marked to stand out. That's why the warfare was intense. That's why the rejection came. That's why it felt like everything around you was resisting your rise. But what the enemy didn't know is that every battle was building a stage. Every tear was watering a harvest. And now God is saying the season of favor is here. But hear me, this moment is critical. This is not the time to be distracted. This is not the time to doubt. This is the moment to lock in, to align, to receive. The window is open, but it won't remain open forever. There's a prophetic urgency in the spirit realm. Heaven is releasing favor for the faithful, access for the obedient, and recompense for the brokenhearted. And if you're still here, still listening, it means you're one of the ones heaven is targeting right now. Chosen one, before we go any deeper, I want you to come into full agreement with this word, not just in your heart, but in the spirit. Right now, like this video, as a prophetic act. Click subscribe to stay under this covering of divine alignment. And comment below the phrase, I receive divine favor. Say it again and type it out. I receive divine favor. Why does this matter? Because that phrase isn't just words. It's a declaration. It's a spiritual agreement. When you write and speak it, you are prophetically activating what has been hovering over your life for far too long. You are telling the enemy that you will no longer settle for survival. You are called for supernatural overflow. You are coming into agreement with Psalm 5:12. Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favor as with a shield. This is not hype, this is holy. So comment it boldly, I receive divine favor. And as you do, know that you are stepping into a new dimension of visibility, access, and divine recompense. Chosen one, the time has come to rise. The time has come to shine. The time has come for the evidence of God's hand on your life to be undeniable. Chosen one, the reason your life has felt heavy, confusing, or delayed is because you were in a divine cocoon, not a cage. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. What you thought was isolation was actually holy consecration. The reason the invitations stopped coming, the phone calls faded, and the connections were cut was because heaven needed to quiet the noise so you could hear the whisper. God separated you not because you were weak, but because you were chosen for something too sacred to be contaminated. Think about Moses, raised in a palace, exiled to the wilderness for 40 years before he ever heard the voice of God from the burning bush. Why? Because the glory he was called to carry couldn't be built in Pharaoh's court. It had to be forged in the secret place. You, too, were pulled away so you could be poured into. God was sharpening your discernment, healing your heart, stripping away every false identity the world tried to place on you. You didn't fit because you weren't supposed to. You were never called to be common. The weight you've been carrying was not just pain. It was prophetic pregnancy. And now, the contractions you've been feeling in your spirit, that pressure, that unrest, it's not a breakdown, it's the beginning of a breakthrough. You are about to give birth to what heaven has been growing in silence. And when it arrives, it will come quickly, suddenly, without apology. You are stepping out of obscurity into divine recognition. God says the hidden season was not in vain. Every tear you cried watered the promise. Every moment you felt forgotten, He was watching. Every rejection was redirection. You are coming out with oil, fresh, fragrant, powerful oil that only crushing can produce. Don't curse the crushing chosen one. It made you costly. It made you a vessel of divine fire. And now that fire will be seen. But listen closely. The favor that's about to fall on you isn't earned. It's bestowed. You didn't qualify yourself. God did. You didn't hustle your way into being chosen. He called you before you were even formed in your mother's womb. This favor is the kind that silences logic. It offends those who try to understand you through carnal eyes. It breaks every natural rule and disrupts every timeline people thought you had to follow. Think of Mary, a young virgin girl, visited by an angel and told she was favored by God. She didn't work for it. She didn't campaign for it. She didn't apply for it. Heaven simply chose her. And because she was favored, the impossible happened. She became the vessel of the miracle. That's you, chosen one. You are the vessel. And the miracle is on its way through you. You won't have to strive, perform, or convince anyone. Divine favor doesn't require your resume, just your yes. This is why the warfare increased the moment you started dreaming bigger. This is why attacks came right after the promise was spoken over your life, because the enemy fears favor. He fears someone like you walking in authority, confidence, and clarity. So he tried to dim your light before it ever had the chance to shine. But it's too late now. What God is placing on your life cannot be hidden anymore. You are rising, and this rise, it will not be quiet. Your life is about to reflect heaven's glory in ways that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. God is putting His fingerprint on your story. There will be divine reversals, unexpected promotions, and supernatural alignments that only heaven could orchestrate. What was once spiritual, felt only in your prayers and tears, is about to become visible in your finances, your relationships, your opportunities, your influence. Isaiah 61 declares, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." This isn't poetry, it's prophecy. It's your prophecy. The glory has arrived, chosen one, and it is rising on you. You've carried promise in the dark, but now God is switching on the lights. No more hiding, no more delaying, no more shrinking to fit spaces God never called you to. The favor coming upon your life will demand attention, not for your ego, but for His glory. Your story will become evidence of His goodness, but don't be surprised when that favor also confuses those who once dismissed you. Because divine favor doesn't just bless, it exposes. The very ones who mocked your struggle will witness your elevation. The very ones who whispered about your pain will watch your platform rise. God prepares a table in the presence of your enemies, not behind their backs, but right in front of them, and you won't have to clap back or prove your worth. Favor will speak for you. Joseph was thrown into a pit by his own brothers. He was lied on, imprisoned, forgotten. But when favor found him, Pharaoh called him forward and gave him authority over an entire nation. And when the famine hit, the same brothers who betrayed him had to come and bow before him. That's what favor does. It turns pain into promotion. It takes betrayal and births a legacy. You are entering a season where God will use everything the enemy meant for evil and flip it into unstoppable favor. Your reputation is about to be rebuilt by the hand of God Himself. They will not understand how you recovered. They will not comprehend how you rose, but they will know God did this. Get ready, chosen one. You're going from overlooked to overqualified, from dismissed to divinely appointed, and it will be impossible to ignore. You won't need validation, you will become the evidence. Your very existence will be a testimony of what it looks like when heaven endorses someone. But hear this with clarity: favor will open doors that skill could never unlock. This favor will place you in rooms you didn't apply for, conversations you didn't initiate, and opportunities that seemed out of reach. Because what God is doing in your life doesn't follow human logic, it follows divine timing. Esther walked into the throne room uninvited, but because favor was upon her, the king extended his scepter. That scepter is being extended to you. Now, the king is granting you access, not because you are perfect, but because you are positioned, and because you are chosen. God is about to accelerate your steps. Where others have labored for years, you will see advancement in days. Where there has been delay, there will now be divine momentum. You are being carried by the wind of God. And no man, no system, no demon in hell can stop what he has ordained. But with that favor comes spiritual awareness. Don't be surprised if certain people distance themselves. Don't grieve the ones who can't go with you. Not everyone can walk in this next chapter. Divine favor creates divine separation. And it's not rejection, it's protection. Because with every elevation comes new enemies. And while favor is a gift, it also makes you a target. But take heart, the same God who favored you is also the God who fights for you. And no weapon formed against you will prosper, not now, not ever. You are not stepping into this alone. Heaven is backing you. Angels are surrounding you. The Spirit of God is resting on you. And the same anointing that preserved you in the valley is now promoting you on the mountaintop. Chosen one, you are not crazy. You're called. You are not broken. You are becoming. And you are not behind schedule. You're right on time for what God has appointed. The glory ahead is greater than the pain behind. Your steps are ordered. Your path is anointed. And your favor is about to manifest. Chosen one, you must understand this truth. With the favor that's being released over your life, you are not walking into this next chapter empty-handed. Heaven is not sending you forward without help. You are not stepping into elevation without angelic escort. God is assigning supernatural forces to accompany your every move, because what you're walking into requires more than just effort. It requires divine backing. In the natural, it may feel like you're stepping into unknown territory. But in the spirit, the way has already been cleared. You are not guessing, you are guided. Just like Daniel, who fasted and prayed for revelation, and the angel of the Lord came to him saying, "From the first day you set your heart to understand. Your words were heard, so too has your cry activated heaven." The delay was never a denial. It was spiritual warfare in the unseen. But the battle has shifted. The breakthrough has been commanded. This is your confirmation that heaven is moving on your behalf. Chains are breaking in realms you can't see. Conversations are happening in rooms you haven't entered. Emails are being written. Doors are being opened. Decisions are being made. All because the favor of God is now breathing on your name. You are not moving by chance. You are moving by divine orchestration. Every step you take now is covered in grace. Where others strive, you will glide. Where others fight, you will flow. Because when favor is upon you, even the crooked paths are made straight. Even the locked gates begin to swing open. The same favor that parted the Red Sea for Moses, the same favor that brought Joseph from the prison to the palace, that same favor is about to fall on you like rain. And not only will God clear the path, He will fund the vision. Yes, chosen one, the dreams you've carried in silence, the ideas that seem too big for your current resources, the visions that made others laugh or walk away. God is about to finance what He birthed in you. Provision is coming. Unexpected, supernatural, overflowing provision. Just like Elijah, who had no food during the drought, but watched as God sent ravens to feed him, you will be sustained in ways that make no earthly sense. Just like the widow who gave her last and found herself in endless supply, what you've sown in obedience will return to you in multiplied abundance. You are stepping into a season where the heavens will respond to your need before you even speak it. Favor will find you. Resources will locate you. People will pour into you, and it won't be out of pity. It will be because the hand of the Lord is on your life. No more begging, no more barely enough, no more scraping to survive. This is overflow season. This is the chapter of abundance. This is where God proves that He never forgets a seed sown in tears. It is certain. It is promised. It is happening now, and with this favor, your voice will change. Your words will carry new weight. You will no longer be silenced, dismissed, or misunderstood. God is giving you authority, not just influence with people, but authority in the spirit realm. When you speak, demons will flee. When you pray, things will shift. When you show up, the atmosphere will bow to the presence of God within you. You are not ordinary. You are not overlooked. You are anointed, appointed, set apart. Your voice will be a trumpet in this season. You will declare freedom over the captives. You will prophesy healing over the broken. You will speak life into places where death has lingered. Because your favor isn't just for you. It's for everyone connected to your obedience. Samuel was just a boy, but the Bible says none of his words fell to the ground. That's what God is doing with you now. Your voice will not return void. Your message will be heard, and the world will know this is one whom the Lord has favored. You have carried promises long enough. You have spoken faith when all you saw was famine. You have remained faithful when others fell away. And now the heavens are declaring, this is the hour of fulfillment. No more delay, no more postponement, no more waiting in agony. Ezekiel 12:28 says, "None of my words will be delayed any longer. Whatever I say will be fulfilled." Chosen. And God is not a man that He should lie. What He said He is doing. What He promised He is delivering. It is certain. It is certain. It is certain. Your time is now. Your breakthrough is here. Your elevation has begun. Overflow, overflow, overflow. The favor you carry will not be hidden any longer. The world will see it. Your enemies will witness it. Your family will be shocked by it, and your spirit will rejoice in it. This is not imagination, it is manifestation. Chosen one, you are stepping into a chapter that looks nothing like your past. You are entering rooms you didn't ask for. You are inheriting blessings you didn't chase. Because when favor finds you, it brings everything with it. Peace, power, provision, purpose, all at once. Everything the enemy said you'd never have, God is giving to you with interest. Everything that was stolen, God is returning with restoration. Everything that was delayed, God is delivering with speed. You are God's evidence. You are His miracle. You are His testimony walking in human form. Your life is about to reflect divine favor in such a way that people will have to ask, "Who is your God?" And your answer will be simple. The one who kept me, the one who chose me, the one who crowned me. You've made it through the wilderness. You've passed the tests. You've held on when nothing made sense. And now you are ready. The glory ahead is undeniable. The favor upon you is unshakable. The promise around you is unstoppable. And the God within you is unmatchable. Chosen one, this is the hour of fulfillment. The heavens are roaring over your life, and the ground beneath your feet is about to respond. The seeds you sowed in silence, the prayers you prayed through tears, the faith you held onto in the middle of storms, it was never in vain. Not one. tear, not one moment, not one act of obedience has been overlooked. God is calling every sacrifice into remembrance. The books are being opened and your name is being highlighted by heaven. The waiting is over. This is not just another season. This is the appointed time. The alarm in the spirit has gone off. The angels assigned to your destiny have received their charge. The gates are opening. The winds are shifting. The earth is groaning to release the manifestation of what you carry. And now the Lord says, I will no longer withhold what I promised. God is flipping the script. The last are becoming first. The rejected are being called forth. Those cast aside are being crowned. It is divine reversal, and you are at the center of it. You've walked through fire, and you're coming out without the smell of smoke. You've stood in the lion's den of betrayal, and heaven shut the mouths of every accuser. You've been thrown into the furnace of affliction, and just like the 3 Hebrew boys, you were not alone. The 4th man, Jesus, was with you. And now you are being brought out with no residue of what tried to destroy you. You are meant for this. You were born for this. You were chosen to reflect God's favor in a way that demands attention, not to your name, but to His glory. And what's coming upon your life next will silence every lie the enemy ever tried to plant in your mind. You will not walk in circles anymore. You will not battle the same cycles. God is breaking the pattern, shifting the atmosphere, and launching you into destiny. This is your exodus. This is your divine crossing. The Red Sea is parting before you. The Jordan is opening. What kept others out will now let you in. You are walking through what drowned your ancestors. You are possessing what was promised to generations before. The favor on your life is generational. It's not just for you, it's for your bloodline, your children, your children's children. You are the bridge. You are the breaker of curses. You are the builder of altars. And the power being released over your life right now isn't just to lift you, it's to awaken everything connected to you. When God breathes on you, businesses will rise. When He anoints your hands, finances will overflow. When He fills your mouth, nations will hear. You are carrying something global. Don't think small anymore. Don't pray weak prayers anymore. Don't ask for crumbs when heaven is handing you the keys to the storehouse. It is certain. Your moment has come. The evidence is on the way. Favor is locating your name. You've been obedient in private. Now get ready for elevation in public. And this next level, it won't be a climb. It'll be a leap. God is catapulting you. You're skipping steps. You're being accelerated. You're being ushered into rooms your family never entered. Your name is being mentioned in high places. Your life is about to echo the sound of heaven's goodness. God is restoring time. He is redeeming the years. The locusts have eaten. He is giving you beauty for ashes. He is causing joy to rise where mourning once sat. You will not be defined by what you lost. You will be remembered for what you gained through it. Your story will be one of miraculous reversals, divine vindication, and supernatural favor. Chosen one, you are not late. You are not forgotten. You are right on schedule. The warfare you endured was not to stop you. It was to mark you. It gave your favor weight. It gave your voice authority. It gave your life power. And now the weight of God's glory is coming upon you like never before. You are walking into rooms prepared for your anointing. You are stepping onto platforms created for your voice. You are entering environments that have been prophetically structured to receive you. And what's coming cannot be reversed. It cannot be revoked. It cannot be delayed. It is certain. It is certain. It is certain. Chosen one, heaven is celebrating you right now. The angels are rejoicing. The cloud of witnesses is watching. The Spirit of the living God is hovering over your life, declaring, "This is my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased." Your moment is not near. Your moment is now. You've crossed the threshold. You've stepped into divine timing. You are walking in prophetic fulfillment, and your life, yes, your life, is about to reflect divine favor in such a profound way that the only explanation will be, surely the Lord has done this. Chosen one, you've heard the word. You've felt it stir in your spirit. You know, deep down, you were not brought here by accident. This was a divine appointment. This was your moment of confirmation. Everything you've walked through, everything you've endured, every silent night you cried out to God, every closed door, every delay, every betrayal, it was all leading to this. The prophetic truth is this: your life is about to reflect divine favor, not someday, not later, not eventually. Now, what God is releasing over you is not ordinary. This is not casual blessing. This is not surface-level breakthrough. This is evidence, heaven's mark upon your life. God is stepping into your story and rewriting every line the enemy tried to distort. You are being repositioned, reestablished, and revealed. The pain was real, but the promise is greater. The warfare was fierce, but the reward is unstoppable. The wilderness was long, but the glory is overwhelming. Chosen one, your life is about to become the visible proof that God does not lie, that His word never fails, that His favor is not theoretical, it's tangible. It shows up in real ways. It manifests in relationships, opportunities, healing, provision, clarity, peace. It follows you. It surrounds you, it transforms you, and now it will announce you. The shift is already happening. In the unseen, the angels have moved. In the spirit realm, the season has turned. The favor of God has found you, and it is overtaking you. This is the moment where you stop hoping for it and start walking in it, where you stop begging for scraps and start sitting at the table, where you stop wondering if you're qualified and start remembering you were chosen before time began. The divine favor of God is being poured out on your life in full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. It's more than enough. It's more than restoration. It's divine compensation. What you thought was lost, stolen, or wasted, God is returning sevenfold. Right now, chosen one, lift your head, lift your heart, lift your faith. The delay is over. The drought is breaking. The glory is coming. You've entered a season where your name is being called in rooms you didn't know existed, where people you've never met are being assigned to bless you, where closed doors are not just opening, they're being blown off the hinges, where everything that's been misaligned is coming into divine alignment. God is about to show the world what happens when someone refuses to let go of Him, when someone dares to believe even in the dark, and that someone is you. You're not watching others get blessed anymore. You're not clapping for miracles from the sidelines. You are stepping into the spotlight of your own testimony. This is the chapter of answered prayers. This is the fulfillment of long-awaited promises. This is what favor looks like. You will walk differently. You will speak with power. You will see acceleration that makes no sense to man, but perfect sense to God. This favor is about to flood every corner of your life. Relationships restored, finances healed, purpose revealed, identity secured, destiny unlocked. You've waited long enough. You've endured long enough. You've stood the test, and heaven has decided. Now is the time. No more second guessing. No more shrinking to make others comfortable. No more doubting whether you're really called, chosen one. You are meant for this. The favor of God has located you, and from this moment forward, your life will never be the same. This is not the end. It's the divine beginning. Step into it with full faith. Receive it with bold confidence. Walk in it with supernatural peace. Comment below, "I receive it," as your declaration. Let the enemy hear it. Let the heavens record it. Let your spirit agree with it. Say it with your chest. Write it with fire. Proclaim it with joy. I receive it. You're not hoping for favor. You're walking in favor. The old has passed away. The struggle is giving way to strength. The confusion is giving way to clarity. The wilderness is giving way to wonders. You've entered the realm where miracles don't just happen, they become your new normal. Chosen one, this is your confirmation, this is your prophecy, this is your release. It is certain, it is written, it is fulfilled. You are chosen, you are favored, you are appointed. Chosen one, it is done. Your miracle begins now.